Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everybody's had a great day so far. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're back, welcome back. I greatly appreciate all the ongoing support. This is my channel, Dragonsjewel, and I'm Tegan. I'm just gonna get all that wonderful YouTube-y stuff out of the way first. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. It's just down below. If you like the content that you see, don't forget to hit like. And of course, any love, comment, suggestions, all those wonderful things, there's that comment section down there as well for that. Today we are getting into a whip and chat here. So I have a dime painting sitting in front of me, and some of you may notice that fee look is at the top. So this was the PR package that I got for Dog and Cat Celebration Month, which is the month of August. I figured I'd give this canvas a little whirl. I did a section of it last night after finishing off another diamond painting. So I haven't done a whole bunch on this yet, so we're still kind of working on a lot of the background coloring, but we're going to break into it anyways, get going here, and I'll catch everybody up on what has been going on for the last 2 weeks here. Just let me get my first color happening. Let's see, this takes us back to July 25th. Yeah, July 25th until I'm actually filming this Friday morning, so this is going to be going out later today once I kind of get this all done up and get to edit it and get it out. So I'm hoping I'll get it done in time, but no guarantees. A video might be a tad late today, but that's okay. It's going to be coming. That's all that matters. So anyways, today is Friday morning. It's about 11:39, well, almost afternoon now. I had to wait a little bit for some things to quiet down here. My parents came and picked up the tent trailer because they're planning on going camping next weekend, so they we kind of do like a share situation with them, so they're using it this weekend. Normally we would have it, but yeah, we'll get into that later. It's also a reason why I kind of struggled getting into this video right away too, is just because I'm not in the best mindset at the moment, but I still want to give you a video, all that good stuff. So I'm here. I'm going to try to keep it as light as I can, but if I'm being honest, I am feeling a little kind of down in the dumps a bit, so yeah, we'll try not to sit on that for too long. And I've got some super sticky putty and glue dots here in this canvas. Like it has good stick, but my putty and glue dots are just a little bit more stickier. So yeah, anyways, let's go back to July 27th or 25th, sorry. Basically my hubby ended up going back to work. He's working on part of the LRT line expansion here in the city. He's supposed to be eventually coming here to the west end side of it and working on it a little bit closer home, but they weren't quite ready for him to do that, so he's about a 20-minute drive across the city right now to another part of the line, and they've been working out there for the last 2 weeks. He should be coming out to our side of the city soon, I think. They told him it would be about 2 weeks, and well, it's been about 2 weeks, so he should be doing that soon, if not this week. So that'll be good. He'll be even closer to home. He's been getting home, he gets off at 4:30 and he's been getting home just before 5, so we've been able to, for other than when he's completely off work, we've been able to actually sit down as a family at a reasonable dinner hour and get dinner cooked and in us before 6, which is awesome, because normally we're not eating till closer to like 7 with his previous schedulings. So it's been a nice change in that regards, but yeah, we're adjusting to that schedule, and so far he seems to be liking the job, which is good. If you haven't already, make sure you go and get coffee or water or some sort of beverage and a snack. Settle on in with your own project. I forgot to mention that. Listen along while you get some things done. Whatever you like to do, whether you like to just kind of have company while you do a crafty project, if you like to have company while you get stuff done, yeah, and treat it like a podcast, definitely do that. I do a little bit of both personally myself, depending what I have on the go and what I need to get done, but I've definitely done both with wip&chat, so both are nice options. But we'll get back into our week now. I know I'm kind of bouncing around a bit. I feel a little bit scattered at the moment, at least in my head or in my brain. So we'll see how this goes. This might just be a gong show of a wip&chat compared to my normal, a little bit more organized, but at least I wrote down kind of some pointers and some notes to make sure that I cover. That's usually what I like to try to do. It kind of keeps me a little bit on topic anyways. I do apologize if you hear me kind of sniffling and stuff. My allergies have been through the roof. I've been doing some cleaning and reorganizing of stuff and stirring up all the dust. And I'm allergic to dust, so naturally my allergies are mad. My nose is itchy, it's runny. I've been pretty much in like a hay fever, sneezing non-stop fit until just recently my hubby went and got me some Sinotab stuff for sneezing, and I'm taking like that every 4 to 6 hours just to kind of keep it at bay. The second it wears off, it's right back into sneezing fits. It's I've actually stopped kind of cleaning right now just to give my poor allergies a break and kind of get myself back to normal, even though I've been very productive and want to keep going and there's still lots to do. But yeah, that's life, I guess. Let's see. I've recently downloaded a app called Finch, and it's kind of considered a self-care app, but you can go and you can schedule like your productivity, hygiene goals, self-care goals, kindness goals, connection goals. You can even put down your exercise and your health goals in there. Basically any type of goal you can think of, you can put into it, because it's very customizable. Kind of has some preset stuff that you can kind of go and select, or you can go in and kind of add your own. So I've talked about it before, but I struggle from depression and anxiety, and it's an up and down kind of thing with me. And my house, just kind of keeping on top of things is very overwhelming, and so I often just kind of keep putting it off, and I'm at a point where I'm looking at it and it's driving me nuts now, and it's just not making me feel any better about the way the house looks, and so I've decided to get kind of productive and try to get some of this stuff done. My other struggle with stuff like this is that I have chronic lower back issues. I had a previous back surgery years ago now, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot better than it was, but it doesn't take very much for me to throw my back out or for it to get inflamed and kind of angry about what I'm doing. So I still have to be very careful with how much I do, what I do, and taking downtime and kind of keeping things like my movement consistent with how long I sit, little kind of that lovely balance game. I have it for the most part fairly well managed, but every now and then I do overdo it. And so I struggle with stuff like that. So this is where I figured this app would come in very handy. I can break down everything into smaller little tasks. So whereas taking an entire day to clean my house from top to bottom would pretty much knock me out for weeks on end, and then it would be right back where it's at, I've decided to tackle things in smaller steps. So I'll just do something simple like 1 or 2, maybe 3 small tasks depending what they are. If it's something like sweeping, mopping, or vacuuming, then I can pretty much just do that, and I have to take breaks in between half a room or in between each one of those tasks kind of thing, just because of my back, or kindly ask my hubby to do that for me. Sometimes I can't even do the laundry basket up and down the stairs because of the weight of that, so like little things like that I'll have to ask him sometimes to do. But this app, I've been kind of scheduling in 1 or 2 small productive things. So I usually put 1 or 2 kind of productive little tasks in there. I put some self-care tasks. I mingle in some movement tasks so that I'm not stationary, and I can kind of balance things out. And then it's really, really fun because when I check off that I've completed something, it gives little energy, and I earn these little rainbow stones, and I can use those rainbow stones to kind of change up my little Finch's outfit or the decoration in my little Finch's home. And so it kind of keeps me like doing a little kind of motivational game and fun kind of aspect on the side, so it's kind of keeping things not a little less overwhelming, and also kind of a virtual kind of to-do list in a sense, all in one spot. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to manage and get things done. So I figured I'd give it a try. I'm not paying for any of the additional features, of course. You can get their big plus pass, which of course adds more, gives you more access to a few more things, but what I have access to is plenty enough. So I just do the free side of it and work with what they have within that, and it works fairly well. I think I've been finding it helpful. Obviously, I've been doing that for I think about a week now, maybe a little bit over a week, and so far it's working nicely. I'm enjoying it. I'm using it daily right now. Sometimes my tasks on it on a not so great day, or when I need to take some downtime, is as simple as things like getting out of bed, brushing my teeth, washing my face, having a shower, doing something that makes me happy. Sometimes my day is literally just that kind of thing, which is fine. That's okay. That's what I need at the time. I apologize if you can hear he's in the background. He's hanging out in here and making some sleepy noises, smacking his lips and all of that good stuff. So yeah, it's been a good little app so far. I'll keep using it and see how it goes and where it gets us, but so far it's doing what I was hoping it would do, and it's kind of a cute little app at the same time. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee here. The other thing is we've had what they called a heat warning, which really for us, not really a heat warning. Yes, it was warm. Yes, it was hot. It got up to 30 degrees Celsius, but usually when they issue heat warnings, it's closer to the 40 or higher 30 plus Celsius ranges. So was it really a heat wave? No, but they called it one, and they called it a warning. So we were at about the plus 30 Celsius range, low like 31, 32 for a couple of days there. And so what I did is, before the day got really, really warm, but it was still warm enough, I went out back with the little man and we did some pool time, because last season we got a it's not an extravagant thing by any means, but it's a 10-foot diameter pool that's about 4 feet deep. So I mean, it's an above ground pool, so I mean, it's not anything spectacular, but it's enough for him to have the water kind of come up to kind of just above his waist, and it's still safe for him to kind of walk around and play in on his own with supervision, of course. And it's enough for me to step in and have it kind of come to about my hips, just below my hips kind of thing. And if I decide to sit down in it, then I can get it up to my neck kind of thing. He can kind of use it to bend down, reach in the water, get his face wet, get him used to more of a swim-like atmosphere. So it's a good little above ground pool. We did that a couple of days there, which was nice. We were spending probably about a good hour and a half in it most days when we did go out. And he wasn't always ready to come right back out either, so he was having fun in it. We did get Dad out in it the one day with us because he really thought Dad should be joining us out there. So we did do that one weekend when Dad had off. So yeah, we've been doing that. We have now about 3 weeks left of his summer before he goes back to school. I personally am looking forward to that because it's kind of been very restrictive for working on channel stuff, so I haven't been able to work on some of my projects as easily, and I haven't been able to do filming as easily. So I'm definitely looking forward to that because that'll free up a lot of time for me to do stuff when he's at school during the day. These, of course, full days. The only day that I really have to kind of watch time is on the Thursdays when it's his early dismissal days, so that's always good. My hand is going numb from my carpal tunnel right now, of course. So I may end up dropping things a little bit more. But yeah, so that's coming up. So we'll be doing back to school shopping here probably in about the next week. Probably look at it. We have some bills that we have to pay first to get them out of the way, and then wait for kind of a little paycheck or take from our savings. So I'll probably look at that, figure that out, and then look at that in the next week here. Getting that, get him some new clothes, some more pants, some more t-shirts, because he's been chewing on his collars of his shirts again. Just when we thought he was doing good and he was stopping that habit, apparently not. It's something he does a lot of times if he's stressed or anxious, or if he's just looking for oral stimulation, he'll kind of do that. It's also if he's focusing on something or concentrating on something, that kind of helps him focus and concentrate. Normally we try to use, they're like a chewy type necklace thing. We try to do that. We don't have very many here right now at the moment, so I'll probably have to go get more of those because he chews through them after a while because he's quite an aggressive little chewer. So we'll probably have to look at getting some more of those for him for the school year. So that helps kind of save his shirts too. Thankfully through FSCD we have a clothing allowance, so I will probably take advantage of that, and that clothing allowance is there because he does stuff like this with his shirts. So yeah, that's a thing. And yeah, I guess next now, I'm not going to try to dwell on it too long, but I do want to let everybody know that I had a hard time kind of wanting to sit down and film this. I briefly debated skipping it, to be honest, and just apologizing and saying I couldn't put a video out for today, just because I am feeling a bit down. I'm struggling with the fact that normally we go to an event called, well, it's part of it anyway, it's not completely all of it, but a huge part is normally we're already at a event called Frega. We normally do it yearly. If you've been with the channel for a while, you've probably heard me mention it last year, because of course we went last year. This year we were unable to go, and I'm really just struggling with that because it's an event that I look forward to every year. It's one of the few things I have to look forward to that gets me out of the house, doing something I enjoy doing something I love. There is the social aspect. I get to see people from all over Alberta. They come for it. So there's friends, or like kind of like acquaintance style friends that we get to see each year at the event, and we've started getting to know some of the more local ones a little bit better, and we're really kind of starting to get like a little group that we've gotten to know pretty well there, and we're missing it this year. And I'm just really struggling because I'm getting reminders on my Facebook timeline, like today when I went on to check Facebook, because I usually do that like at least once a day, where I check up on what's going on. I'm getting reminders that my computer was set up at the event, and I've started gaming, and yeah, it's a struggle. Now, the reason we weren't able to go this year is because there's so many events that go on this time of year, and they all seem to be in this one weekend. And we have very limited people who can look after my son because of his G-tube. So we can't just leave him with anybody. They have to not only know his emergency care that comes with that, his daily care that comes with that. They have to be comfortable with all of that. If the G-tube comes out, they have to be comfortable with putting that back in. So there's a lot of stuff like that that just comes along with his care. Does it happen all the time? No, but the person still has to be comfortable with the fact that it could happen at any time, and they have to kind of be prepared, so they do have to kind of watch him a little bit more in that sense, because you have only so long to get it back in before it essentially closes up, and then you would have to take him into the hospital to essentially go through a whole other surgery to replace the G-tube line again into his stomach. So yeah, it's not as serious as when he had his trach, but it's still very much just something that makes you a little bit more highly aware and stuff like that with him, because it can be as simple as he's running around playing, doing his normal things, and he snags it the wrong way and it comes out. Yeah, so little things like that. So yeah, normally there's very few limited people to begin with that can look after him, and normally my parents are kind enough to take him for the 4 days that we would attend this event. But that also means that they're missing events that they enjoy attending, and they haven't been able to attend in a while. They did try attending the one year, and taking our son, but he was all over the place, and they didn't really get to enjoy the event because he wouldn't sit still long enough. He didn't kind of stay in one place, so they couldn't enjoy someone playing music on the stage, that kind of thing. So they kind of spoke up and said that they really want to go this year, at least one day. And so after they kind of narrowed down what day they wanted to go and all of that, the day they chose, of course, was kind of towards the end of what would be Frega and kind of a busy time. and one of the last actual like full days there, so it would have been essentially like our last full day of gaming, and the hours that they would go to the music festival that they look at, they would be there pretty much from early morning to late at night. So because our event is you pay for the full day for that, you pay for the 4 days completely. If you miss a day, you don't get anything back. You're out, and it makes things a little bit more expensive per day. And so we just really didn't feel like it was worth it to miss that one kind of important day. So I don't know which one that is now. Sorry, I just lost a thinger. I'll fix that later. So yeah, it's... Sorry, scattered. I'm getting distracted now. Great combinations. So I know it was our decision not to go because it wouldn't work that great with them going, and I know it's fair to step back this year and let my parents enjoy an event that they want to go to. But at the same time, they've had tons of vacations, they've been away a lot, and we've had to already kind of scale back how much they take them for their usual overnights. And so this is one of those events also that kind of gives us a little bit of a respite and break from being his caregiver 24/7. And it's kind of like a little mini vacation for us. We didn't get to go camping or anything like that really either. I'm the only one who really kind of got away for any time, and that was because I really needed to for my sanity. And even then, it was very short stints of time. But yeah, and I honestly didn't think it would be as hard as it is not going to the event, but seeing, because I'm part of their Discord server and Facebook group and all of that, I'm seeing everybody's hype before the event started. I'm still seeing all those sponsorship announcements and all the planned tournaments for the game, for the weekend, for what other games they're doing. And now I'm starting to see pictures of the first day registration and everything set up and everybody there with their computers, and I'm really just... I'm struggling. And I know it probably seems silly, but like I said, it's one of the few things that kind of gives a break, gets away. I have fun, I enjoy it, it's my social kind of side of things. And so I've just been kind of down in the dumps. I'm trying to avoid Facebook a little bit because of that, because it's hard to see. But I'm still catching glimpses of it, of course. I'm trying to stay off Discord because that server is just going off like mad. And yeah, it's hard. And I don't even know why, but it's upsetting me right now, so I'm going to stop talking about it. There's not really much else that I can really kind of say. But I know we'll probably get to go next year, but I don't know, I never thought it would hit me this hard, missing out on it. But yeah, it's a very rare thing for me to get out of the house and do social things and meet up with people. And yeah, that was kind of one of those things that allows me to do that, and I'm unable to do that right now, so I'm struggling with it. I'll be fine. It'll be done after this weekend. It'll probably still suck that I didn't get to go, and I'll probably still be down for a little bit, but I know it's, like I said, it's fair. I'm not upset by any means by letting my parents have this weekend to do their event. I want them to enjoy stuff too, for sure, but it's just I never thought it would hit me this hard. Because, yeah, like we've done it for the last few years in a row. And now this is kind of the first year we've missed in a long, long time. It's actually the first year I've ever missed, period, but a first year for my hubby in a long time. He's gone to this event a little bit longer than me. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, I almost didn't want to film this just because I wasn't in the best headspace. But I also want to be real with you guys. I don't want to hide these things. It's something I deal with. Like I said, I've suffered from depression and anxiety. The anxiety thing really just kind of started after my son was born and everything we went through there. But the depression thing has been something I've dealt with on and off since high school, early junior high, high school kind of years. So it's been something I've dealt with for a long time. Usually I have it fairly under control. I had a recent slide back though, and ended up back on meds just recently. I've come off them, so I'm still kind of up and down. I don't necessarily rely on the meds anymore, because I can usually kind of pull myself out again right now, so I'm not on anything, but they're there if I need them. Yeah. So that I'll go into happier, more exciting, fun things, channel updates. It's kind of the next thing. We are very, very close to 500. In fact, we are only one subscriber away. So we are going to be looking at that giveaway real soon. I have a feeling real soon. I'm looking forward to that. So I'm probably just going to focus on starting to get together a little package of goodies for that. I'm probably going to run out and look at getting the gift card for that this week coming up here. So I have that ready, because what I normally do, what I'm thinking I'm still going to do for this one, is I'm going to do a 25 gift card. It's usually a kind of Visa or MasterCard or something like that, that's fairly neutral and where you can kind of spend it, because everybody crafts and diamond paints differently. So that way, if low budget diamond paintings are their thing, or premium diamond paintings are their thing, or they're looking at upgrading some of their accessories and want to shop some small shops, that gift card will help them out to do that and kind of let them spoil themselves a bit. And then I'll add a couple of goodies into kind of a little package deal, and that'll be things like things that I don't use anymore that are still in excellent condition, or things that I've never used because I just don't use them. So that'll be things like or things that I've gotten duplicates of as well. So that'll be things like washi tape, cover minders. Sometimes I usually throw in kind of a nice diamond painting pen. What else have I tossed in? A style of tray that maybe I don't use, that kind of thing. And that's in hopes that, you know, maybe some of this is upgrading what you're already using, or you haven't tried that particular item and it allows you to do so. and that kind of thing. So that's kind of what the little goodie thing will include. I have bought, I gave one away last time, but I had gotten duplicates, well, actually not duplicates, I ended up getting like 4 of the darn things, and I kept one for myself, but that allows me for another one to give away, but a special drill project. I'll probably tuck that in there again for this giveaway. And that one was of a tree, special drilled tree project. Canvas, just a small little canvas. I think it's a 30 by 30, but a little special drill project there. So it's things like that. So I'll be looking at gathering kind of all that up and all of that. So that'll pretty much be ready to go by the time I fully announce the giveaways happening, and then giving time, of course, for everybody to enter that would like to enter, and then making that draw and all that good stuff. So yeah, we'll be doing that soon, I have a feeling, because like I said, we're just one away. I am going to wait once we hit that number, just wait a little bit to make sure that it doesn't dip back down, because lately I've been gaining a sub and then watching that sub be taken away with YouTube as late, so I just want to ensure that it's sticks. But that is about it. And the only other thing is there's the Facebook group. We're real small. I'm itching to do more with that group already per natural, even if it's just starting to do some paint-alongs, but I would really love to see more people in the group, interacting, showing off their projects, all the good stuff. So if you haven't joined over there and that sounds like something you would enjoy, please go over, join us, start sharing those projects, what you're working on, all that good stuff. Ask diamond painting questions, get to know some of the other people that follow the channel, interact if that's your thing. Yeah, so I would like to see that kind of grow a bit. All of that, of course, I link up down below, so all the information is there. You just have to go there, follow the link, and join up with a group, say hi, all that good stuff. And then once we get kind of a little bit more of a group happening over there, like I said, I'd like to at least start doing some paint-alongs where we can maybe all decide together a fun subject matter that we all want to diamond paint for that month, and then we can kind of share our progress and what we're working on and all that good stuff. Yeah, and I think other than all of that, there's not much more channel-wise. I did do my post review for Magic Potion, which was a big monster canvas I was working on. I finally got that up. I did a short video, so if you just want to see kind of a short thing of what it looks like, how she turned out, there's that. You can go check the post review video, which is a little bit more showing what the canvas looks like, some of the enhancements that I made on it, the overall large scale of it. You'll see that way a little bit. And then of course there's the picture on Instagram, but because that one was so big, I was literally had it sprawled out on my dining room table. I didn't have to extend my dining room table, thankfully, but it just fit, and I had to stand on a dining room chair to kind of get an over top picture so you could see the full canvas. So you don't see a lot of that sparkle and shine that you normally do when I get some of those more up close photos, but you'll see it in the large scale and you'll see how gorgeous she looks, every little kind of detail is still very present there. So yeah, if you haven't checked out any of those, definitely go check out those. Yeah, I think that is about it. I'm gonna leave the whip and chat video here. Go edit it, go get it up for you guys, so hopefully it comes out today. And then I'm just gonna try to take some time and give myself some self-care and that kind of thing. So get myself in a little bit of a better headspace and mindset for the day. So I'll see you next time with something new. Bye.